In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the ever merciful. Surah Saba, Ayah 31. The disbelievers say, "We shall never believe in this Quran, nor in the scriptures which came before it. If you could only see when these wrongdoers will be made to stand before their Rabb, tossing accusing words on one another. Those who had been despised as weaklings will say to the arrogant, if it had not been for you, we would certainly have been believers. The arrogant will say to those despised weaklings, did we block you off from guidance when it came to you? Nay, rather you yourselves were guilty. Those despised weaklings will say to the arrogant, no, it was you who plotted day and night, bidding us to disbelieve in Allah and to set up equals with Him. They will feel ashamed, therefore conceal their regrets once they see the punishment, and we shall put yokes on the necks of those disbelievers. Can there be any other reward except for what they did? Whenever we have sent a warner to a town, its wealthy residents have said, we surely disbelieve in what you are sent with. They say, we have more wealth and children, which indicates that our gods are happy with us, so we shall never be punished. O Prophet, tell them, surely my Rabb gives abundantly to whom He wills, and sparingly to whom He pleases. But most people do not understand this. It is neither your wealth nor your children which bring you closer to us even one jot, but those who believe and do good deeds. For them there will be a double reward for their deeds, and they shall reside in high mansions, safe and secure. As for those who strive in opposing our revelations, they shall be brought for punishment. O Prophet, tell them, surely my Rabb gives abundantly to whom He pleases, and sparingly to whom He wills. Whatever you spend in charity, He will pay you back. He is the best of those who provide sustenance. One day, He will gather them all together and ask the angels, was it you that these people used to worship? They will respond, glory be to you. Our tie is with you as a protector, not with them. But they used to worship the jinns, and it was them in whom most of these people believed. On that day, you will be helpless to profit or harm one another. To the wrongdoers we shall say, taste the punishment of the fire which you persistently denied. Today, when our revelations are recited to them, they say, this man only wants to turn you from those gods whom your forefathers have been worshipping. Others say, this Quran is nothing but an invented falsehood. While yet others, who deny the truth when it comes to them, say, this is nothing but plain magic. In fact, neither had we given them books to study, nor had we sent to them any warner before you. Those who have gone before them also denied. These Arabs have not received 1/10 of what we granted them. Yet when they denied my Rasuls, see how terrible was my scourge. O Prophet, say, I would ask you one thing, for Allah's sake. Think individually or consult one another, and ponder whether your companion Muhammad is really crazy. You yourselves will come to the conclusion that he is nothing but a warner to you before a severe punishment. Tell them, I do not ask you for any compensation, it is all in your interest. My reward is only due from Allah, and He is a witness over everything. Say, in fact my Rabb reveals to me the truth, and He is the knower of all hidden realities. Say, the truth has arrived, and falsehood neither originates nor restores anything. Say, if I am in error, the loss is surely mine, and if I am right, it is because of what my Rabb has revealed to me. Surely He hears all, and is very close. If you could only see the disbelievers on the day of judgment when they will be terrified. On that day, there will be no escape, and they will be seized from a nearby place. Then they will say, we believe in it, the truth brought by the Prophet. But how could they attain the faith from such a far distant place? They had disbelieved in it before, and they had engaged in conjecture about the unseen when they were far away during their life on earth. A barrier would be placed between them and what they desired to have, as was done with the similar people before them, for they were indeed involved in a misleading suspicion. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the ever merciful. Surah Fatir, Ayah 1. Praise be to Allah, the originator of the heavens and the earth, who appoints the angels having 2, 3, and 4 wings as His messengers. He adds to His creation as He pleases, for Allah has power over all things. None can withhold the blessings which He bestows on people, and what He withholds, none can award it thereafter. He is the mighty, the wise. O mankind, call to mind the favors of Allah upon you. Is there any creator other than Allah who provides for you from the heavens and the earth? There is no God but He. How then are you turning away from Him? O Prophet, if they deny you, so were the Rasuls denied before you. All affairs shall ultimately be presented before Allah. O mankind, certainly the promise of Allah is true. Therefore let not the life of this world deceive you, nor let the chief deceiver Shaitan deceive you about Allah. Surely Shaitan is your enemy, so take him as an enemy. He is inviting his adherents towards his way, so that they may become companions of the blazing fire. Those who disbelieve shall have a terrible punishment, and those who believe and do good deeds shall have forgiveness and a magnificent reward. Can that person whose evil deeds are so fair seeming to him that he considers them to be good be like the one who is rightly good? The fact is that Allah leaves astray whom He wills and guides whom He wills. Therefore, O Prophet, let not your soul expire in sorrow on their account. Allah is aware of all their actions. It is Allah who sends forth winds to raise up the clouds, then drives them to a dead land, and therewith revives the earth after its death. Similar will be the resurrection of the dead. If anyone is seeking honor, let him know that all honor belongs to Allah alone. Good words are sent to Him, and good deeds are exalted by Him. As for those who plan evil deeds, they shall have severe punishment, and their plots will be brought to nothing. It is Allah who created you from dust, then from a sperm drop, then He made you pairs. No female conceives or delivers without His knowledge. No long-lived man grows old or has his life cut short, but is written in a book. Surely all this is easy for Allah. The 2 bodies of water, of which one is sweet and pleasant to drink, and the other is salty and bitter, are not alike. Yet from each kind of water you eat fresh meat, and extract ornaments which you wear. And you see the ships plow their course through them, that you may seek His bounty, and that you may be grateful. He causes the night to pass into the day, and the day into the night, and He has made the sun and the moon to serve you. Each one follows its course for an appointed term. Such is Allah, your Rabb. His is the kingdom, and those to whom you pray besides Him do not even own a thread of a date stone. If you pray to them, they cannot hear your prayers, and even if they could hear you, they could not answer you. On the day of resurrection, they will deny your associating them with Allah. O mankind, no one can inform you about all this like the one who is all aware. Surah Fatir, Ayah 14. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the ever merciful. Surah Fatir, Ayah 15. O mankind, It is you who stand in need of Allah, and it is Allah who is free of all wants, worthy of all praise. If He wants, He can destroy you and replace you with a new creation. And this is not at all difficult for Allah. No bearer of a burden will bear another's burden, and if a heavily laden person cries out for help, none will come forward to share the least of his burden, even though he be a close relative. O Prophet, you can only admonish those who fear their Rabb, though they cannot see Him, and establish Salah. He that purifies himself does so for his own good. To Allah is the destination of all. The blind and the seeing are not alike, nor the darkness and the light, nor the shade and the heat, nor the living and the dead. Certainly Allah can make anyone hear if He so wills, but O Prophet, you cannot make those who are in the graves hear you. You are nothing but a warner. Certainly we have sent you, O Muhammad, with the truth as a bearer of good news and as a warner. For there has not been a nation which has not had a warner. But if they disbelieve you, know that their predecessors also disbelieved their Rasuls, who came to them with clear signs, scriptures, and the light-giving book. But in the end I seized the disbelievers, and behold, how terrible was my disapproval. Do you not see that Allah sends down rain from the sky, with which we bring forth fruits of various colors? Similarly, in the mountains there are streaks of various shades, including white, red, jet black rocks. Likewise, men, beasts, and cattle have their different colors. In fact, only those among His servants who possess knowledge fear Allah. Surely Allah is Almighty, all-forgiving. Surely those who recite the Book of Allah, establish Salah, spend out of what we have given them, secretly and openly, hoping for imperishable gain, that He may pay them back their full reward and give them even more out of His grace. Surely He is forgiving and appreciative of His devotees. O Prophet, what we have revealed to you of the book is the truth, which confirms the previous scriptures. Surely with respect to His servants, Allah is well aware and fully observant. Though we gave the book, the Quran, as an inheritance to those of our servants, the Muslims, whom we have chosen. Among them there are some who wrong their own souls, some who follow a middle course, and some who by Allah's leave excel in good deeds. That is indeed the supreme grace. They shall enter the gardens of eternity, where they shall be decked with bracelets of gold and pearls, and their dress therein will be of silk. They will say, Praise be to Allah, who has removed all sorrow from us. Our Rabb is indeed forgiving and appreciative of His devotees, who out of His bounty has admitted us to this eternal home, where we shall experience neither toil nor weariness. As for the disbelievers, there shall be the fire of hell. No term shall be determined for them so that they could die, nor shall its punishment ever be lightened for them. Thus shall we reward every disbeliever. Therein they shall cry for help. Our Rabb, get us out. From now on we shall do good deeds and shall not repeat the ones we used to do. The response will be, Did we not give you lives long enough so that he who would could take a warning? Besides, someone did come to warn you. Now taste the fruit of your deeds. Here there is no help for the wrongdoers. Surely Allah knows the unseen of the heavens and the earth. He even knows the secrets of the breasts, the hidden thoughts of the people. It is He who has made you successors upon the earth. Whoever disbelieves bears the burden of his disbelief, and for the disbelievers, their disbelief does not increase anything except the wrath of their Rabb, and the disbelievers do not gain anything except an increase in their loss. O Prophet, say, have you ever considered your shuraka, to whom you call upon besides Allah? Can you show me anything that they have created in the earth? Or what is their share in the creation of the heavens? Or have we given them a book from which they derive a provision of shirk? Nay, in fact, the wrongdoers promise each other nothing but delusions. It is Allah who keeps the heavens and the earth from slipping out of their places. Should they ever slip, none can hold them back besides Him. Certainly He is most forbearing, oft forgiving. These very people used to swear on solemn oaths by Allah that if a warner ever comes to them, they would be better guided than any other nation of the world. Yet when a warner has come to them, they have increased in nothing but aversion, behaving arrogantly in the land, and plotting evil, whereas the plotting of evil recoils none but its authors. Are they waiting for that end which overtook the former nations? If so, you will never find any change in the ways of Allah, and you will never find any alteration in the ways of Allah. Have they not traveled through the land and seen what was the end of those who went before them, who were far superior in strength than these people? There is nothing in the heavens nor in the earth which can frustrate Allah. Surely He is all-knowing, all-powerful. If it was Allah's will to punish people for their misdeeds, He would have not left any living creature on the surface of the earth. But He is giving them respite for an appointed time. When their appointed time comes, they will realize that in fact, Allah has been watching His servants all along. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the ever merciful. Surah Yasin, Ayah 1. Yasin, I swear by the Quran which is full of wisdom, that you are indeed one of the Rasuls who are sent on a right way. This Quran is revealed by the Almighty, the Merciful, so that you may warn a people whose forefathers were not warned, hence they are unaware. In fact, the word has been proven true against most of them who are arrogant, so they do not believe. Some, since they have chosen to neglect our revelations, we have thus put on their necks iron collars reaching to chins, so that their heads are forced up. And we have put a barrier in front of them and a barrier behind them, and we have covered them up so that they cannot see. It is the same for them whether you warn them or warn them not. They will not believe. You can only warn those who follow the reminder of the Quran and fear the compassionate Allah, though they cannot see Him. To such people give good news of forgiveness and a generous reward. Surely we shall resurrect the dead. We are recording all that they are sending ahead and that they are leaving behind. We have recorded everything in an open ledger. Narrate to them the example of the people of a certain town to whom the Rasuls came. At first we sent to them 2 Rasuls, but when they rejected both, we strengthened them with a third, and they all said, surely we have been sent to you as Rasuls. They replied, you are but humans like us. The compassionate Allah has revealed nothing. Surely you are lying. They said, our Rabb knows that we have indeed been sent as Rasuls to you, and our only duty is to convey His message plainly. They replied, we regard you as an evil omen for us. If you do not stop, we will stone you, or you will receive from us a painful punishment. They said, your evil omens be with you. Do you call it evil omen because you are being admonished? Indeed, you are a nation of transgressors. In the meantime, a man came running from the remote part of the city and said, O my people, follow these Rasuls, follow the ones who ask no payment of you and are rightly guided. Surah Yasin, Ayah 21.